friends, welcome back. I'm Tina from It's a Wonderful Plan. Today I'm going to be creating some waterfall and Dutch doors, and I'm going to be using RONGRONG's newest collection, Santa's Workshop. There's a sticker book and there is a 6-piece PET and washi box set. I just love this collection. It is so cute and so whimsical. I do have a detailed flip through of this as well as everything else that she's releasing or has released, because everything's out already, so you can definitely pick these items up, and I will go ahead and link that video information down below for you. So if you want to see everything that she's releasing for her holiday collection, you can go check that video out. If you do decide to purchase anything, I am an affiliate, so I greatly appreciate if you consider using my affiliate link, and you will find that down below as well in the description, along with a code that will save you 10%. All right, let me go ahead and share with you what I'm going to do, because I'm going to be trying something new. I always like to challenge myself with these waterfall tabs, Dutch doors, and I'm going to be doing a combination of both. I have done some preliminary planning in regards to like pulling some of the stickers and some of the washi that I want to use, because I just wanted to make sure that I picked something that I really liked and like kind of, made sure it coordinated together comfortably, and I was going to be happy with it. So I'm going to move some things out of the way here. And I have this new notebook from Archer and Olive. It's so pretty. I got this in the quarterly subscription box, and I just thought it would be so pretty to start using for Christmas. So it's got like all the pretty stars in here. So I did go ahead and mark this page here, because this is where I want to actually start. Let me show you what I have picked out. So here is what I am looking at starting with. This large piece is going to go on this side. So I'm just going to go ahead and lay that down right now and get this going, because this is going to take me a little while. What I'm going to be doing with these pages is I'm going to be creating a bucket list on these pages. I love creating bucket lists like every year for Christmas and for Halloween, because those are like the big holidays for my family that we like to do all of the activities and have all the fun. And so creating a bucket list is always fun to do. Okay. So generally, if there's a wide piece, I like to put it on this side, because when I start like trimming the pages on the right side, it's kind of nice that when they flip over, I have like this nice wide piece here to have like a nice backdrop for that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. But I also want to create some Dutch doors, and to do that, I'm going to be cutting horizontally. So these are going to be cut vertically, and then I'm going to do some horizontal cuts. And I really like these houses. I think these are so cute. So I wanted to do this in a horizontal Dutch door, along with the lights that are on this PET roll here. I'm going to start by counting out the pages. 6 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this would be 6. This one is going to be these candy canes. And this is actually a strip sticker that I took from the sticker book. And this one has like the bows. So I wanted to make sure I laid it where the bows are, the correct way when I look at the page here. Now this is an A5 notebook, dot grid. And actually I'm also an affiliate for Archer and Olive. So if you do decide to purchase anything from them, greatly appreciate if you consider using my affiliate link. You'll find that down below as well. And I do have a discount code for them also for you. So that's always nice. I always like being able to have a discount code. Aren't these pages gorgeous? I almost feel bad about trimming them, but I'm not going to do that for everything in this notebook. But it's so pretty. It's just kind of like a magical notebook. So I think it's kind of perfect for journaling for Christmas. All right, so that one is down. Now, the next one that I have here is this pretty like colorful holly. Wasn't quite sure if I wanted it to be out like this. So in other words, I'm going to like cut it around, or I could always have the straight edge up against here. But I think I'm going to cut around because I like that detailing. I think it's really cute. Now, with that being said, that gets a little bit tricky because I don't want to see any of the white paper once I trim it So I want this to kind of like really layer over the candy canes. So let me grab the next page. I'm double checking. I get nervous. I'm like, do I have enough pages? All right, so there we go. All right, so now this one is going to be a little interesting because it's got a pretty far dip here. And here's where the candy canes extend here and where they end. So it's like the third dot. If I bring this all the way up here, then it's almost going to like be hanging off the page. So I think what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to do some fills here. What I mean is that I'm going to have to fill some of those dips. Okay, I think that that will actually work. Let's see here. So let me come over here and I just want to grab a few of these. I'm going to cut these ornaments out. So if I put a couple of these little ornaments, I think that that will work as a nice little fill. Oh yeah, that works. That looks good. Okay, so I filled in that little dip. Grab my cutting board, or not my cutting board, my forgiving mats. So I don't know how like intricate I want to get here. I haven't done these in a little while. I feel almost a little out of practice. I love creating these fun like journaling pages, but they definitely are a little time consuming, especially when it comes to filming them. I know that many of you really enjoy these, so I do try to get out as many as I can, but like I said, they are time consuming, so lots of times you'll see me like speed things up on here, and just so that way I could show you the main thing. I would love to know if you have created any waterfall tabs or Dutch doors. Cannot believe we're already planning for Christmas. How is this possible? What happened to this year? Oh my goodness, it's such a fast year. Let's see. Ah, it turned out I love it. It's so pretty. Okay, now I could get a little bit closer because there is a lot of white, but you know what? I think I'm good. If I want to go and clean it up a little bit, I can do that. Things are definitely getting narrower, right? Like the pages are getting narrower. So I need to take that into account because I need to figure out what I want to do for my Dutch doors. Keep going with the waterfalls and we'll see where that leads us. Okay, so the next one that I'm going to do here, it'll just be like a straight cut. Isn't this cute? Visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. I thought that that was so pretty. Perfect quote. And these are a little bit long. So with these, I always recommend, you know, really centering the quote as much as you can. This one, I'm going to bring it up just a little bit because once I cut this page, I want to make sure not going to have like any white showing through once I cut here. So having it come a little bit up works out nicely. All right, so for this one, I am just going to use my scissors. You could use a cutting board if you wanted to. And I saw that Archer and Olive is coming out with their own cutting board. I'm really curious about that. I don't know the price of it yet. And actually, I think by the time this video posts, that will already be like available for you to purchase. So look at how cute that is. I love it. Okay, I love keeping these scraps around because these come in handy, especially if you need to like swatch out markers or anything like that. Oh, that's so fun and festive. Okay, all right, now I'm down to my last one here before I decide to do any of the Dutch doors. And I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this one, next one down. All right, now this is washi. So this is from the box set. And I just love the pink and the red striped. A little bit different than just a regular like peppermint where it's like white and red. Okay, so now I'm looking at these little hanger overs and I'm going to line this up with that. And I always like to make sure, if I cut washi ahead of time, I'm going to flatten this page a little bit. If I cut washi ahead of time, I always make sure I cut it like a little bit longer. You always want to give yourself enough to work with. It's better to have it be a little long than for it to be too short. Okay, I think that that's cute. And I think that that works. Okay, so before I cut this, I want to do a little bit of a mock-up because, like I said, I want to do these Dutch doors. So the Dutch door would not be here. So this I would cut, and then I will, well, I think, do I want to do lights first? Yes, I want to do lights first. Okay, so let me grab, this is PET. It's on the backing, so I'll have to take that off. But it's nice because it's clear, so I can really see this. All right, so if I do the Dutch doors, now the lights don't matter that much, I don't think, right? Because the lights, I can cut them wherever. And then the houses, they come all the way over. Let's see. You know what? They will not. So I'm going to have to trim them, but I think that that will be okay. All right, so if I do that, how is that going to work for my heading here? Because I want to bring in Christmas and a bucket list 2025. So what's going to happen is this will be like the first one, and it will flip open, and then this will be the page underneath, and that will flip open. Christmas would end up going like kind of across here if I do it that way. I'm just going to go for it because sometimes I just overthink things. Not sometimes, all the time. I always overthink everything. That's just who I am. So, and I know I'm not the only one. So I do try to encourage you to not be an overthinker the way that I am, but just like double check yourself, but I guess don't fixate on it so much. Okay, that paper trimmer is going to be so nice. I'm going to have to check that one out. Okay, that is so pretty. I love the way that that looks. So I think what I need to do is, I think I need to trim these two pages vertically first and then figure out the Dutch doors from there, right? Somebody answer me. I think that that's the way to do this. That's the way it'll be, right? Yes. Okay. I'm sorry. I keep going back and forth because I'm such a chicken. I'm not sure. I want to make sure that I do it right. Okay. So with that being said, we're going to do one page at a time here. And I'm going to cut this one here. But what I'm going to do is sometimes I'll see things and they'll get a little crooked for me. So I don't want that to happen when I'm cutting this, especially since I don't have anything but the dotted line. So I'm going to actually draw a line with pencil, and it's going to come a little bit over. So that way I have a guideline. All right, so what did I say first? I want lights. You know what I think I'm going to do, though? I think I'm going to do these first. Okay, I'm not sure how this is going to work out because as you could see, this is like longer. It's going to go on here. But at the same time, I also want the houses to wrap around and come this way. Oh, that actually is going to have a white space there. I might have to fill that. I'm glad that I saw that now. Let me come over to my book because I think I know exactly the one that will work out. This one right here. This will be perfect to fill in that little space. Okay. So this book is brand new, so it's got like not a lot going on this side, but I just want to like have it steady for myself. Oops. Am I going to be okay with this? Or I don't know. I don't know if I like that. I think I want to put this one. Let me grab this one. I don't really like that one. I like that sparkly red one, but not on this. I just like this one. I think it just pops better and goes better with this. All right, so I'm glad that I put that down. Because if I flip this, see, now that is covered there. And then this will be fine. And then, yeah. Okay, so Dutch doors. I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous. Okay, let's see here. Well, like in a perfect world, I really want this to end like right here, right? Maybe I'll cut it on this side. Oh, that's a better idea. Okay, I think that works. And then I can cut around there. Let's grab that forgiving mat. And this is where things can get a little bit tricky because you're like right up against the seam here, right? Right up against the binding. And the forgiving mat only goes so far right here. So this can get a little tricky. So I just pushed it up as close as I could. And I'm going to kind of have that away from me. And then let's go this way. So hopefully I'm happy with this placement, right? Because here I am, I'm cutting it. I just don't want to cut the top of the tree by mistake. So I like that peak. Because all of the stickers have like a white little trim around them. The clear ones have a clear trim, and those tend to like cut a lot easier. Because you can cut through that sticker a little bit easier when it's on the edge. When you cut the edge of the paper stickers, they tend to start like popping up on you. Okay, so I think I missed a spot in here. Okay, yay. So now I need to cut this part all the way close to the seam. And I actually just want to turn that off. So this page ultimately is going to be this little bitty page. Look how cute that is though. All right, got a little sticker stuck on the back there. And I'm going to want to clean this up a little bit. Let's, oh, it sort of tore, but it actually, it was forgiving for me. So that was good. Okay. Whoops. There's that. Okay. So now I need to cut this. Now this is where it gets tricky because you don't want to get too close, right? Because you don't want to cut the actual like stitching. So you could do it with scissors. I'm going to do this. I don't know. I'm kind of winging this. I don't know if I've ever done it like this before. And I might not have gone deep enough because that is definitely something that I'm always scared of. Okay, so it is going to have like that little ridge there, but you need that because it's attached, you know, it's attached to the book. All right, so I've got my first Dutch door. That's so cute. All right, so now let's work on the second one. The second one is going to be the lights. All right, now this one is going to be, I don't want it to be necessarily so far up because I don't want to have a whole lot of gap between these pages. So I'm thinking maybe like here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to measure this out because this is PET. It's not washi. So I have to peel the backing off. And I want to make sure I have enough to play with here. So I'm going to give myself a little bit of extra. Because honestly, lining up a cut edge against the edge is always tricky. So it's better to just go a little bit over if you can, and then just cut the excess off. Yeah, I think this is a better view for me. All right, so I'm going to peel this off like so. I love this because it's clear. It's going to look so cute. All right. Now I'm going to put one piece on the back like that. I'm going to like flipped it around so that way it's not getting in the way. I actually do like this red one first, so I am going to try to line this up. All right, so maybe I need to adjust this. I did not count on this being a problem. Okay, there, I think that's better. Okay, so now I need my forgiving mat so I could create this Dutch door here. So I've got that one. And then I'm gonna have this one. The thing you want to remember with the gyro cut is make sure that you are applying enough pressure so it cuts like all the way through. So I think I should be good. Okay, and right here is where it's going to be a little bit. We're in our tricky spot here. Okay. All right. Now let's trim this, and I'm going to try to use the scissors this time. I don't know if the knife was the best way. I felt like with the knife I was able to get closer. I think the best thing for me to do here is to kind of trim this sticker and just like let it kind of do its thing here, because it was giving a like kind of like an air pocket in here. Super cute. Okay, so we have the one, and then we have the other Dutch door. How cute. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to clean up all of these pieces that are overhanging the pages, and then we're going to come back and we're going to work on the flip side of these. All right, so I went ahead and I trimmed everything down. Whoops, I still am picking up little pieces here. I actually trimmed down the second one a little bit. I cut off that little red bulb that was sticking out. I don't know, it just was kind of laying strangely over this strip, so I just trimmed it a little bit, and I like the way that that looks much better. Okay, so now the next thing I need to do is I need to do the flip side of all of these pages. So they're already cut, so now it's a matter of just like matching everything up. This one is still giving me some grief here because the page underneath is cut and I have this one running across. I think once the book is closed and it's like really adhered on there, I don't think it's going to give me any more issues, but for right now it sort of is, but I'm just going to go with it. Okay, so now on this side, I want to continue through with these houses. And I'm thinking I want to just bring them all the way. Is that a cute idea, or just half? I think the whole way. And then this one would be the same. So what would happen is as I turn these pages, then I'll have the same thing on each page, but not on this one. This one would just be the light bulbs. Do I like that idea? All right. Well, let me think about that for a little bit, because I do have to like piece these houses together, because I had that one long strip that I used, which was in here, and I don't have another one of those. Let me show you where I pulled that, the page. So this page right here, this is a really good page to grab those long strip stickers. What if I put the toys over here? Oh, that might be cute. Now that might be a cute idea. Let me see. Let's see, will that work? Because then I'll have a different scene. Instead of having the same scene on both sides, then I'll have that one. Oh, that's an idea. Okay, let's see. Now here's the trick with this, because you're trying to match up the cut, and that is where things get tricky. I have little pieces of sticker just stuck to my fingers everywhere here, so you'll just have to ignore that. All right, so if I were to do this, how would this match up? See, I'm trying to match up the cut edge here. It's kind of hard to see it. I almost feel like I need a black piece of paper to put it on the back. Actually, you probably see it better than I do. So in theory, I'd like to have this whole piece go across, but I don't know if that is going to look or match up weird, because I don't want it to be like super crooked, but then at the same time, I don't want it to be like overlapping or have like a lot of extra white space either. Let's see. And then when this closes, I don't want to see that. You know, I don't want to see this one because it's going down at an angle. Let's turn this. I think this might be better. I'm used to dealing more with the waterfall tabs, so I have a little bit different angle. And I think this is a better, probably just a better technique if you are going to do these Dutch doors. that I think will work. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Oh, I like that. That's cute because it's covered up. See how it covers it up? Okay, yes, that is cute. Okay, and then we're gonna just end this right here. Yeah, I have no choice, right? Okay, let's just trim this off. Because if I go with the gingerbread houses, it's just going to be the same exact thing, and I don't want that. I want it to be different. You know, as I turn these pages, I want each page to have differences. Oh, okay, so this one is the one that's like sticking out. So I have to trim that. Let's see. I need smaller scissors to do that because otherwise those big scissors just get in the way. And is there anything else? Just don't want to feel like a lot of the tackiness on the one side. A little something right here. Okay. All right, I think I got it. Yeah, and then I just trimmed that little bow off, but that's okay. That doesn't look bad at all. I'd rather trim that off than have it be sticking. So I'm good for that. Now I'm just going to bring the lights in because I think that that's going to be the best way to mirror on this side. And the lights are cute because the lights can go anywhere. All right, so let me grab the edge. And I'm probably going to have to start on this side. I'm sorry. I hope I'm not making you dizzy by going back and forth here. Let's see. How is this going to work? Let me just cut a strip. And let's see. Let's see what happens because I can't deal with that long piece. And this one I might have to kind of piece together to make it sort of fit in these little grooves here. I want to try to do this as simply as I possibly can. So I started off by matching up the cutout there. And it's going at like a weird angle, as you can see here. But my thought is that since this is like just a little line here, that I could kind of like draw this in or have it like connect and it'll be fine if I do that. Let's see if this works the way that I want it to. And I think this is definitely going to take me a little bit of finagling here. And I'm going to use my X-Acto knife because I think that this is going to be a better tool. And what I'm doing is I'm cutting close to the bulb like that. So that way, when I come and line this up, it's actually matches up a little bit better. Okay, that is sort of working. Okay, and then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to trim this because this is kind of going off the page. And I'm going to bring it this way. Okay. Now, let's see if that will, well, I don't really like the way that that comes through on the other side. So I'm going to have to fix that. I don't know how, but I'm going to have to because it's going to bother me. All right. So I thought, oh, once I lay it down, I'll be fine. But I think if I just bring it down, that way when I flip it, it's like out of sight. That works. Sort of. I got one bulb here that's poking through. So let me bring it down a little bit more because I have an idea here. I just want it so it's like covered up when I turn it this way. And this bulb keeps giving me grief. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's bring it down this way. Okay, there we go. All right, now it is out of sight when I flip this. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to come this way, and I'm going to, now I could leave it at an angle, or I could trim it like, I think right, I don't know, I think right here. And then that way I could kind of like drape it back up. So that way, there we go, but not too far up. Now I need to bring it closer here because I lost the connection. Oops. There we go. Okay, now as I'm feeling, what am I feeling? I'm feeling some of these little plastic pieces. All right. Okay, so that turned out really cute. My first kind of like combination here, I think it's cute. I don't know, maybe I should have just done one and then did another one of these somewhere else, but I like it. I think it's different. It's kind of fun. And then of course the rest of the pages. Okay, so I have these done. Now let's fill in this side here. And it should hopefully be a lot easier than those Dutch doors because this is straight and all I'm doing is mirroring what I have on the other side, which I can do that easily because I have the washi tape that I used. So that's the one thing about using like other stickers or individual stickers. If you don't have like the same thing to mirror on the other side, it could be a little tricky. Now you don't have to do the mirroring on the other side. I just like to do that. It just kind of makes it a little bit easier because it's already been like, you know, I've already thought the design out, right? So all I need to do is just do the opposite. Now I need something here. I'm not sure what I want. And then I need right here. So on this side, I could bring in this one, but I don't know if I want that there. I don't know. I might just go with the stripe again. Kind of like it. Kind of like, because there's a lot of print going on over here. Let's work on this side and then I can decide what I want to do over there. Okay, so this one is going to be a little tricky because, again, it's a cutout. So I'm going to look for those like floral designs. And I know that there are more of those and I'm going to have to like piece things together. So let me grab this and let's see how easily I can match that up. Okay, so oops. Holding this up because it's a little hard for me to see. Oh, this might work out really nicely right here, actually. Now, here's the thing that gets a little tricky because this is a straight edge. I don't want it to look super like off by not having a straight edge on this side. So I already know that this one is definitely going to be a tricky one. So I'm not going to worry about it having the straight edge because I have a way that I can fix that. I'm going to just kind of mirror this as best that I can. And I'm sorry that I'm kind of out of focus for you. I just want to cut the little pieces off, but I don't want to scrap them. I'm just kind of like cutting off some of the ones that are just really sticking out in weird places that aren't going to like match with the white. So here's the cutout, right? So what I'm trying to do is line this up and match this. So as much as I can. And then all I need to do then is kind of like fill in some of the pieces. And it's way easier to trim these things down before I place them. Because once I place them, it's just like a little tiny piece that's really hard to cut off of the edge. So that's the reason why I'm kind of like taking my time with this and just cutting all the little pieces off before I lay the sticker down and hope for the best for that because It's a little tricky. And this is where I get like caught up and kind of like fixated with stuff. But I do like the way it turns out, and it does take me like probably longer than what it needs to. There, that actually looks pretty good. Okay, again, I'm matching it up here. I'm not trying to create a straight line because I realize that that's really not going to happen with this. And I will fix it. I have a way to fix that. So we're going to do that. I'm just going to trim this, and I want to pick this up because this is really like way off. All right, I do not know how I'm going to get this to come together. But I will make it happen. It's probably going to take me forever, but I will make it happen. Let's see here. All right, so I got this piece together, and that was really, really challenging. But I did get it together, and it's not bad. It's really not bad. It just really took me a while. It's a lot of like little pieces in here that I had to cut up to fill in here. But I mean, it is really cute. So, all right, I do want to have more of a finishing touch here on the edge. This isn't very straight, but this one is definitely the much straighter edge. And I thought, what if I brought this in? But use just like half of it on each side because I only have one of these. So I'm thinking that that actually might work. So this is a really skinny piece. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. I have an idea, but I don't know. I'm going to try it. I'm going to line it up here. And yeah, I'm going to line it up on here, I think. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this, but I'm going to give it a shot. Okay, so there it is. And now I need my X-Acto knife, and then I need this ruler, and I need it to be like centered, right? How am I going to make this happen? I'm just eyeballing this. So I need a flatter surface though. So let me move it over here. And I want to make this as like half as I can. Okay, so wish me luck here. The other thing too is that the sticker is just going to kind of stick to the forgiving mat. So I'm going to have to pull that up. Let's see how that goes. It's hard for me to see the line, so I'm pulling it up here. Okay. Now, I really need a longer metal ruler. I've been talking about that forever. Okay, so I got one of them up. Yay. Okay, so now wish me luck on getting that other one up. But in the meantime, let's lay this one down because I think that this will work here. And I think it'll be really cute because it's like this skinny little strip and it's just kind of like finishing off that. It looks a little bit better to me than having just the straight edge of like the flowers. I'm calling them flowers because they're like the greenery, but they're not all green. But you know what I'm saying. Okay, so now let me come over here before I trim that because maybe it'll match up and I could just trim it once. All right, so now I've got my other sticker. So let's see if this will come up. Oops, see, it's starting to tear. Let's see on this end. Up. Oh no. And of course it's like right in the middle, right? It's right in the middle. Okay, let me try from this end. Oh no. I think it ripped. let's keep going. Let me gingerly. Okay. Wow. Talk about sticker surgery here. Okay. Let's see. Did it roll on itself? Hopefully not. Okay. Ah, but now I don't have like a really straight edge. Okay. Let's see what I could do here. Ah, it just came apart. No. All right. Well, oh, it's still, see, this part is the sticky part. If it ripped. All right, let's see. I still have enough, I think, to make it. I have another tear in here too, though, so I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens here. Okay. Oh, it's gonna fall short. Oh no. I have like one good little piece here. Well, here's the thing. I've got all these little pieces. Can I piece this together and make this work? All right, there we go. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. And then I have another piece here. Well, at least this side looks nice. This side looks a little wonky. Did you ever go to try to fix something and then you just like make it worse? I feel like that's where I'm at right now. Ah, okay. Well, that's not too bad. That's not horrible. Oh my gosh. Okay, and then I just have this one to worry about. And you know what? I am going to make this super easy on myself. Where is that little washi? Oh, it's right here. Searching all over the place. All right. Wow, that was quite an experience, but you know, it was fun. It was challenging. It was just, you know, it's actually exactly what I wanted for myself. So I have the cute little Dutch doors here. Then I have the waterfall tabs here. And I think that that came together really, really cute after like all of the ordeal. This page really just gave me a lot of work, but this side looks really nice. So I like it. It's super cute. Okay, the one last thing that I do want to do before I end this video, and I will have a part 2 of filling the rest of this in. I want to add a heading in here. So I think I want it to be Christmas, a bucket list 2025. So I am going to put Christmas straight across here is what I'm thinking. Oh, and these letters, the Christmas letters I'm using here, I got these from Wrong's alphabet sticker book. And then these smaller letters are from the Santa's Workshop book. Okay, Christmas is down. And do I do 2025 bucket list across or bucket list this way? Let's see. All right, here it is. I have the base set up for my Christmas bucket list for 2025, and it was so much fun to put together. It was definitely a little challenging because I was doing something a little bit different than what I have ever done before, but I like the way it came together. I think it's really, really cute. So let's just do a little flip through here. To start off with, I have my little Dutch doors. At the very beginning here, I decided to do the 2 of them, and then here's the second one, and I think that that's really cute. I like the way that the lights like carried through like this whole way, and those just worked out really, really well. And they were pretty easy to kind of like angle the way that I needed them to. It was just really a matter of cutting them and repositioning them, but it worked out really nicely. And then I have my other pages here, and that looks so cute. I really had fun doing this. Like I said, a little tricky, a little challenging with like this side here, but it did come together really nicely. And I'm really, really happy with these pages. All right, so now, of course, I still have to put down like all of the bucket list items. And I have a page in here that I am going to be using. So that is going to be part 2 of this video because I'm obviously not going to have enough time. This was a lot, which is sort of what I figured. So make sure that you are subscribed to me and hit the notification bell so that way you could see when I post part 2. And then, of course, you will be sure to be notified when I post any content so you don't miss any of that. And I can't believe I have some journaling pages set up for Christmas already. How crazy is that? But I'm really happy that I do because it gets so busy and then sometimes I just don't have the opportunity to set up the pages. So this is nice that I'm able to do it early. These items are available. Wrong just had her holiday collection release. And if you want to pick anything up, greatly appreciate if you consider using my affiliate link. You will find that down below in the description. And there is a code there for you to save 10%. So make sure that you go ahead and use that code. If you are looking to pick up a journal, Archer and Olive, I am an affiliate for Archer and Olive. This one was part of a box set. I think it's so pretty. I think it's going to be really pretty for my Christmas journaling. And, I think this box set is still available. I will go ahead and link the video for this one down below as well. So you can go ahead and check that out. So if that's something that you're interested in picking up, you can pick that up as well. I will have my affiliate link down below along with a code to save you 10% off. I hope that you like this video. If you did, please be sure to give me a thumbs up, drop me a comment down below, and let me know if you pick anything up from Wrong's holiday collection, what you pick up. I would love to know. Let me know what you think of Santa's Workshop collection, which of course is Wrong's Christmas theme for this year. I love it. It's so much fun. It's just like fun and whimsical. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you watched this video all the way through till the end, leave me a, let's see, I don't know, are there gingerbread? You know what? Leave me a Santa. I know that there are Santa emojis. Leave me a Santa emoji if you watch this all the way through till the end. Thanks so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.